We had technical difficulties right quick. That's all my computer froze. But man, look, the show must keep going on, bro. Look, this your boy Mo Young. You see that's nasty. And this Brandon. Yeah, sorry for the technical difficulty. People, shit happens, computers. That's all I can say. Man, I think Brandon tried to sabotage our beginning of the show.
Nah.
Brandon, how you feeling, man? I'm saying, man, that's our resident Bucks fan, we talking about the NBA playoffs today, so let's start with our first topic, which is the upset. 8 seed Orlando. We're talking about the Magic without Shaq and Penny, without T-Mac. Upset Giannis, the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take my drink on this because this should be great. I'm gonna let Brandon talk since that was his Bucks. He took that L today, that hot L.
Toronto lost to Orlando in the first round last year too.
I'm saying this is your light to talk about the game. Giving you your time to breathe.
Nah, honestly, there was a lot of problems. I mean, it seemed like we didn't play with enough energy. I went and I watched the press conference that Giannis just gave, and he's like, "Nah, energy wasn't the problem. It wasn't the problem." But you could see like them boys are playing sluggish. Like they came out, they punched them in the mouth like the first 3 minutes of the game, and then after that, they just found themselves in a hole. And in the second half, we almost came back, and then same thing. Brook Lopez refuses to step outside the paint on defense. And then he insists on taking a 30-foot fadeaway three every time he catches the ball. So I think he needs to be more smart with his decision making as far as shooting the ball. He needs to go into the paint. I know he's bigger than Vucevic or whatever his name is, Nico. I'll just call him that. But yeah, we had no answer for him. They were trying to put guards on Nico, like Pat Connaughton ain't holding a 7-footer in the paint. I don't know what we were doing. Them boys couldn't decide if they were switching, if they were gonna stay on their man. I don't understand why they didn't say, "Hey, Giannis, why don't you try and cover him?" it just I don't know. It's,
Well, I
it's
had to
like
mute Nasty Mike because Nasty Mike going haywire over here listening to
Because I won't talk about this one.
Oh, go ahead.
Talk this one. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, let's go ahead and be 100. The Bucks haven't looked good since they've been in the bubble.
I agree.
They have not looked like the same team one time in the bubble. So was I surprised? No. But hopefully this is the wake up call that they need to get back to playing what got them there, which was hard defense and running and timely shooting. You know what I mean? To let Vukovic, but I don't know how you say his name, but to let him go and get 35 out of all people, him. Hopefully that's that wake up call they need, man. They're gonna come back. I believe in Giannis, man. So I think they're gonna shake back. But goddamn, this was embarrassing. I hope everybody go home, take a long look in the mirror in their room, because they needed that wake up call. Start looking like the Bucks that we used to see.
Man, I'm just shocked watching that game. I just was just shocked because I'm like, I was the one advocating for the Phoenix to take over Orlando's spot. I was advocating for that. And then Milwaukee laid his egg. I'm gonna let my boy Brandon compose himself because I think he probably thought he was gonna come over here surprise. Being all celebratory, probably had the champagne ready popped, ready to have fun on this show, probably teasing us how great the fear the deer. We got it.
Look, I mean, I ain't stressing it that hard. I know we're gonna come back. We're gonna win the series. That like you can put that. I'm not worried about it to that point, but if we don't make any adjustments, then I mean, I don't want us playing 7 games and then we go to round 2 and we got to play Miami, and that's honestly our biggest threat to me is Miami. So,
What up, Tanya? Just want to say, hold up. Before you start, what up, Tanya? We see you. I'm wearing your shirt. If y'all don't know, I'm wearing her shirt. That's pro.
Someone say your head too, so you gotta wear that pistol shit no more.
Oh, says a Warrior fan?
Hey, both house seasons over with, so
yeah, about to tell you, that's why we can tease them.
both houses. Oh man, but hey, Brandon, I do want to disagree with you on the Heat being your biggest threat because Toronto looking like the team to beat in the East right now.
Well, we gotta get through Miami to get to Toronto.
I mean that part is true. But Toronto looking like the favorites. They looking like they don't need Kawhi. They're gonna come back and go back to back.
I've been telling people Kawhi didn't join a bunch of tomato cans. He joined the team that was stacked already, who was number 1 in the East the year before. They was number 1 in the East the year before.
He showed about to win, and I give him this much. They took that and they ran with it. Dudes all of them confident now. Fred VanVleet been playing out his mind all season. So, I like the way they gel as a team, but them dudes are a serious threat. Milwaukee got to get their shit together if they're going to compete with any of them other teams, especially losing to the Magic. They got to wake up, man. That's a loss you ain't going to take.
Besides Vujovic,
hey, like
who
I
else
said,
can you
though,
Vujovic and Fultz?
Like I
who
said,
can you name on the Magic?
I can name most of the roster, but
well, let's see you name some besides Mo Bamba because he had a song.
I was about to say, did Mo Bamba?
Yeah, because everybody know Mo Bamba from the song, not his game.
They got Fournier. He was a bum today until the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, he popped off for 3 threes. They got Aaron Gordon. He's a bum. All he could do is dunk. I mean, they got Fultz. Michael Carter-Williams is hurt. Jonathan Isaac just tore his ACL.
Hurt.
What was it, a week ago? I mean, those are still people on the roster.
That still don't seem like a team that should be even hanging with Milwaukee.
Oh no! There's no doubt they shouldn't be hanging with. You just said. Can you name anybody on the team?
I'm still waiting for somebody.
All right. Yeah, Vucevic is the all-star. He did his thing. Fultz played out of his mind. He was hitting three-pointers. I don't know where that came from, but Brook Lopez went and covered the man.
And like I was catching on, we got a newcomer coming here, Mr. Big Luck. He been telling me to get on. He want to get on, so we're gonna let him talk about what he think about this upset between Orlando and Milwaukee. What's up? Welcome to the show, Jay.
Oh, what's going on, brother?
You're kind of breaking up. Well, when Jay, here you go, Jay.
What's going on, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're breaking up a little bit, but we can hear you. Okay, we're gonna get back when he come back. There you go.
Yeah, what's going on, brothers? I couldn't hear you. I just get into the house.
All right, we hear you, man, but we just wanted to see what you thought about this Milwaukee Orlando upset.
Milwaukee, Orlando, I have not been. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't not been watching any sports since the lockdown. You know, I've been really focused on something else. But yeah, I have no input on that. On that one.
Well, yeah, I say Orlando upset Milwaukee today. They were the 8 seed, upset the number 1 seed. So Giannis and them laid the egg
right now.
Yeah, Giannis and them laid the egg today. Sorry, Brandon.
No, it was in them. It wasn't Giannis.
It was in them.
Yeah, it was just in them. 31, 17, and 7. That's not laying the egg.
Well, the team. I'm just saying the team laid the egg.
Middleton laid the egg. Brook Lopez laid the egg. The bench laid the egg.
It seemed like everybody laid the egg.
Yeah, except for Bledsoe. Bledsoe did all right.
They look exactly how they look from the day one in the bubble, though. So the loss don't surprise me.
Yeah.
They haven't looked impressive at all that one time in the bubble. So for Giannis, everybody else looked like they looked. It wasn't surprising. You know what I mean? But hopefully they got that wake up call. They sneak in there overnight, get some practice in. Something. They got to get back to the drawing board, man. You cannot go out here and lose to Orlando Magic. Not that Orlando Magic at that, because they don't have nobody on the roster. Nobody. They cannot get you.
We're gonna stop piling on Brandon's team right now.
All right.
I know he's gonna need a stiff drink tonight. He's gonna need a nice stiff drink. Here you can have one in the red cup.
At the end of the day, we're gonna win the series. We're gonna be all right. We just gotta take it one game at a time. We gotta guard Vucevic wherever he's shooting the ball at. Brook Lopez needs to be out there, or he needs to be on the bench. We need to put somebody else out there to guard him. But you got to stop putting a shooting guard on a center.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Oh yeah, that's out of pocket. How you gonna put a shooting guard on a center? Yeah, man.
But we go change it because I don't want to pile on Brandon right now. Don't want to pile on him. So we're gonna say, what about Donovan Mitchell performance? 57 of them things he put on them boys. So are y'all impressed by Donovan Mitchell's game? Or was it because he played the Nuggets?
I'm a very big Donovan Mitchell fan.
We're gonna go to you too, Nasty, since you got that sour push look on your face right now.
I don't like to be the dude to pile on anybody that dropped 50 anything, right? But that 8-second violation in the fourth quarter was the only reason that game went to overtime. They should have won that game outright. You know what I'm saying? Now, 57 points, he damn sure showed up. But that one mental lapse.
57 on the
you know what I'm saying? But shout out to him for 57. Everybody can't go out there and do that. He was hot.
They say it was That was the most points since Jordan. They said
Yeah, he was hot, bro.
since Jordan dropped them that was on the Celtics, 63 on the Celtics.
Yes, sir.
And they both lost. They both lost.
He dropped 57 on them people, man.
Um, but I'm a big Donovan Mitchell fan. I think I'd take him before Tatum and Ben Simmons. Personally, I like his play style better than both of them. I think he should have won Rookie of the Year a few years back. But he was looking like prime Wade out there. Some of the things he was doing on the court, some of the footwork he was using, the way he was adjusting in the air when it came to contact, getting to the free throw line, the clutch play after clutch play he was making. I just kept thinking back to 06 D Wade.
Hey, man, that's the best comparison I've heard to his game. I just think
Mhm.
he's a slightly better shooter than Wade was, but
Yes,
that
I think he's a much better shooter than Wade was to me.
on the flow. That's the comparison. That's the best comparison I heard from him so far.
He is
I
D
knew
Wade.
I knew he was gonna have a big night when he had that double clutch dunk.
Yeah,
I was like,
feeling
ooh.
himself.
I was like, ooh.
You know, it's hard. It's hard to crap on somebody shooting 57. Well, 57. You like I can't get like with Skip Bayless when he was shitting on Dame Lillard and he went back to back to back with like 50 plus. Like I cannot shit on nobody who drop over 40. I can't shit on them. You don't see that every day, man. Like dude that dropped 57.
There is one person you can't shit on.
I'm like, I don't want to hear about he didn't score this much in the fourth quarter, or he didn't do this.
Nah, I'm talking about James Harden where he scores 3/4 of it at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's different. That's a different 57.
Yeah.
Nah.
They talking about the trash right now. They ain't play yesterday.
He saved. He saved.
I'm just saying. James Harden 60 is different than a Dame Lillard's or
sure.
Spider Mitchell's. I'm like, if you're getting 30 points from the free throw line, doesn't count. You scored 30. You scored 30. You did not score. You did not score. You did not score 60. You scored 30.
I mean, you still gotta make them because like you look at Giannis and he shoots about 60% from the free throw line. Like,
but that's a big
man. You still gotta make them. I don't care if you're a big man. I don't care if you're a big man.
Big men can't shoot free throws. That's just the reality. Like I don't know what to do with the size of the hands. I don't know what big men can't shoot free throws.
Giannis wasn't a natural shooter as it was anyway, so
yes, he was
working on every aspect of his game when it comes to that. But Giannis goes right along the same clip as LeBron, so I don't see what the big issue is for Giannis free throws. James Harden only shoots. That's his primary goal. So him making free throws should be good already. James Harden is the first big player I've ever seen that only practices one half of the game. I doubt this. Whenever they do a defensive drill, I bet he's just sitting in the corner just throwing threes up. But he don't want no part of that.
Hey, he's the one they got to close out on.
Man, I'm just y'all on one today, man. The Magic should never beat the doggone Bucks. Y'all on one today.
Hey man.
But I'm mad at my Pistons passed up on Spider Mitchell. I was one of the biggest people saying get Donovan Mitchell, and I'm just pissed off because
who'd y'all get?
all the people who starred in the bubble, like two of the big people who started in the bubble, could have been on my Pistons squad. We passed up on Devin Booker and we passed up on Spider Mitchell.
You guys remember y'all history. Y'all also passed up on Andy too for Darko Milicic. Never forget.
Man, we did that once.
And D-Wade and Chris Bosh.
Listen, if we would have got any one of the people, we would have never got the Rasheed Wallace trade. So we'd have never won the championship probably. We don't know. But
bro, but that's
We
what
got
y'all
Rashid out the deal.
but that's what y'all do.
But we still shouldn't have passed on Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, you're right. I broke a TV set. In 2003, I broke a TV set. You know, it's one of the big back TVs because it was 2003. Nobody had money for the flat screen that is yet. So I threw a shoe at the TV when he did that. I threw a shoe. That had to be the dumbest draft move in history.
He threw it and he said, Darko.
It said, with the second pick, we picked Darko Milicic. Man, I took that. It was, we ran them Air Force Ones back in the day with a black Air Force One. I picked up and hummed and broke my TV.
Oh, that's the heavy duty ones.
Yeah, we're talking about the high top. We're talking about the low top.
After the quarterback this year in the draft.
That hurt. We passed up on 3 Hall of Famers.
Easily. How many years did Darko play? 2? 3? I don't remember him.
Well, all I know is Darko is being a human victory cigar. He only came in the game either we was losing or winning big. The only time Darko Milicic got in the game.
So Brandon, let me ask you this then. Was your reaction the same when the Packers drafted a quarterback in this draft?
Man.
No, I just want to know.
Honestly,
man, you just piling on Pope Brandon.
No, we good. So initially, when we drafted Jordan Love, I was going crazy. I'm like, man, like, what are we doing? Like, we could have traded back. We could have had Denzel Mims. We could have had T. Higgins. Or we could have traded up, which we did, but we missed out on all the good receivers in the first round. So it was just, I was going through some things one night. And then I'm like, hey, we supposed to be extending Aaron Rodgers' career, and we over here finding his replacement. Like, what's going on? But I sat back and I thought about it, and I looked at more of his numbers than just last year, because last year was Love's worst year in college, but he had a new coach. He had all new starters on his offense. And the year before, he had like 30 touchdowns and like 6 interceptions. So hopefully we get that version of him and not the last year's version. But I mean, we'll see. But coach is already saying he third string right now. So
I mean, but to that so y'all were only 1 game away from the Super Bowl, and what kept y'all away from the Super Bowl was offensive line play, because y'all couldn't block the 49ers D line to save y'all life. So I was under the impression that, man, maybe we're gonna go ahead and either get another receiver to go along with Dante Adams, or y'all gonna go ahead and get offensive line to protect Aaron Rodgers. Y'all went quarterback first round.
I'm boy, the nasty turned the basketball conversation to a football one. Don't be trying to change the subject because your Warriors might be picking number 1.
What I will say is at least we didn't take Jordan Love at number 2 overall.
Hey,
all right.
To bring it back.
Y'all pick 27 or something like that.
To bring it back to the topic, we didn't take him 2nd overall.
Y'all might have.
Nah,
y'all might have taken number 2 overall.
If
trying to get back my home.
If we're a little bit higher up, we might have taken Henry Ruggs or CeeDee Lamb would have been my preference, but yeah, it didn't turn out like that.
That would have been a perfect fit, any one of them.
So, man, keep up basketball, because Nasty like to change the subject. What y'all think about the Celtics edging the 76ers? It was one of the most comparative games we had, but y'all, what you think?
I think personally, the Celtics should have blew them out like the Magic did us today.
Yeah, I thought that as well. The Celtics they should have blew them out, especially when there was no Ben Simmons. It was. Well, and so You didn't have no excuse not to blow them out. To say that you had the stars out and stuff, so you should have blew them out. You had an old ass Al Horford can't move, so you should have blown them out.
I disagree there. I think Philly came in with the wrong game plan. This is a game. This is a game in this series with the matchup that they have for Al Horford and Joel Embiid should each be getting about 30 points a game. But there's no way you're going to put Jaylen Brown at the 4 and he should be able to guard any one of those guys in the block. Shouldn't happen. The 76ers need to slow the game down, pound the ball inside, because that's what the advantage is. The Sixers, they're young, they're going to run. They're going to outshoot them. But if you slow the game down and pound the ball inside, the Sixers got a chance. Now, I still think the Celtics are going to win the series, but I think Philly can put up a better showing than they did in game 1.
But I still thought that should have been a blowout. Celtics got the guns in this series. Throw Philly off the floor.
I mean, but what guns? Jason Tatum? Yeah.
Jason Tatum. You got Brown when he decides to play.
I just want to say their second and third best players both put up 30. What they gonna do when Kemba puts up 30?
Exactly, because Kemba hasn't done much of anything in the bubble. So
Clutch Kemba.
Kemba's just that right now. That's why I'm saying the Sixers have an edge. Like I ain't saying they have the edge, but they have a better shot because it's not like we get the Charlotte version of Kemba where he can go for 30 in the day. He's playing third real right now behind Tatum and Brown, so he's not being as aggressive as he normally would be. So that's why I'm saying Philly should slow the game down and pound it inside. Because at the end of the day, if you make Jaylen Brown have to fight with Horford all game, he's not gonna be running around shooting threes and ducking all day. He's gonna be tired. They got to come up with their coach got to come down and sit down and look at the advantage. The advantage in the paint. They need to throw the ball in the paint and pound it, and not just
the problem with that is that's not how the league is played no more. Like Steph Curry ruined the league in that way. Like they won't play it like that.
But see,
even if that's the advantage, I understand because like look at the Lakers. They got 15 centers that they can put down there on the block, but they still gonna have KCP taking 10 threes a game. So.
And I 100% agree. But just like with the NFL, no matter how much times change, what has worked always works. The teams that made it far in the playoffs outside of the Chiefs were teams that run the ball. Everybody that ran the ball won games. At the end of the day, you can make threes all day, but if they can't guard the paint, you got to go where your advantage is. The Sixers don't have shooters like that. You got to go inside and pound them.
I agree, but the Sixers it looked like Embiid and then a bunch of role players. Like it wasn't like nobody special out there, and nobody could create their own shot.
Name a dog besides Embiid.
That's what I'm saying.
But they got
who?
Horford. I mean, Horford was a shell of himself at this point.
Wait. Let me get closer. You said who?
So all right. So let me ask you this. So even as a shell of himself, do you honestly think Jaylen Brown should be able to guard him on the paint?
He can't move.
You don't have to move. You don't have to.
He's a spot-up shooter. He's a spot-up shooter at this point in his career.
He can't do anything. That's why Jaylen Brown could check him.
Hey, bro, that's because of how Philly runs the offense by keeping all on the perimeter. They need to put
and that's why
paint, let the other one go on the other side of the paint. You got to feed it inside. You got to. You're not gonna beat the people in a running gun game. They can't beat the Celtics like that. They gotta feed. They gotta force it inside.
But that's why they put Jaylen Brown on Horford to keep him on that perimeter. It's like similar to what everybody does with shooting big men. You put a forward on them, so that way they're not gonna blow by you, and you're out there, and they're not gonna shoot over you most of the time. And if they do, it's gonna be a bad shot.
Yeah.
So what you said is my exact point. Just like by them putting Jaylen Brown on him and making Horford have to guard Jaylen Brown. Al Horford's not going to want to come out there and guard him on the perimeter. The world know that. But at the same time, Jaylen Brown should not be able to go in the paint and deal with Al Horford.
But Al Horford not going to the paint.
But yeah, exactly. Horford ain't going to the paint.
He's not banging.
He don't want to get out the way no more. That's
Because
the
he's
only
too
thing I
old.
can think about
That's
that.
why. That's why the Celtics gave up on him, bro. He too old, bro. He ain't doing that banging no more.
Hey, bro, he gonna have to if they do want a chance to win. Who else gonna do it? Who else gonna be the second and third option?
I'm saying
I
with
think
the guy is
I
Tobias
think Philly
Harris.
knows
That
it's
might be the
over.
only other person you might can get you points. It's Tobias Harris.
Okay, so
Lil J. Cole.
they need that third option. It gotta be Hawk.
Who's the third option?
They gotta be
Who's
Hawk.
the third?
It gotta be.
Alec
We're not
Burks.
playing.
Alec Burks.
Come on. Come on. The way you looked after you said it, you knew the answer to that. Come on, man. Alec Burks is a 7 to 10 point a game player. He is not.
He does give them a lot of energy off the bench, though.
Energy.
I'm not saying he ain't giving them no 30 points a game, but he can come off the bench, give you a smooth 15.
If he give you 12, you happy.
Yeah, that's what you want in a bench player. If your bench player comes off and gives you 12 points, you happy with that?
No, I'm not happy with that.
Well, I'm just saying, if the fourth best player, yeah, you happy with that?
No, I'm not. Not in this series. It's playoff time. My third best player got to give me 17 or better.
If I'm saying,
with Simmons being out, the Sixers don't have a chance.
They don't.
Ben Simmons ain't shit.
But he can give you rebounds and assists. That's what he's good at. And
I personally don't like Ben Simmons. I don't like Ben Simmons.
Me
but
either.
He's still gonna come out there. He's gonna give you your 15 to 20 points a night. He's gonna give you 8+ rebounds. He's gonna give you 8+ assists.
Ben Simmons is the easiest player to defend in the league.
But you still got to defend him.
Oh, you don't.
I'm saying you still have to put a player on him because you put somebody small on Ben Simmons, he banging him. He gonna bang him to the hole. You put Jaylen Brown on Ben Simmons, you gonna see what's gonna happen. He gonna go straight to the hole.
I'm not gonna say all that.
He gonna go straight to the hole on Jaylen.
But if you try to put Kemba Walker on him, yeah, that's a body.
Oh, that's definitely a killer. Shit, that's definitely Ben going for 25, 26 all in the paint.
If Ben Simmons was playing, they'll
no jumpers
on him and he would do shit.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't like Ben Simmons. I don't like his game personally, but I mean, you still gotta respect him. He's still gonna get his 20 most nights.
I mean, but you really don't have to respect him because at the end of the day, all you have to do is keep him off the board because you only have to come up above the free throw line to guard him.
I'm just saying that's still like you still have to do it though. It's not like you're gonna stand around and let you do it.
If I was guard Ben Simmons, I'd just be in the paint with no rebounds because he ain't shooting, and I ain't worrying about him beating me to the paint if I'm already standing in the paint.
Man, I'm just saying he's still like 6'10", 225.
Man, he's 6'10" garbage.
So what you doing what you doing when he's playing off ball?
With who?
When he's playing off the ball.
Off ball.
You boxing him out because he ain't no factor running around the perimeter. All you gotta do is keep on the glass.
Who says he ain't in the paint? That's all he can do is play in the paint.
That's it. I'm just saying, like Ben Simmons will make the series closer than what it's going to end up being.
If you take off the second best player on any of these teams in the playoffs, they don't have a chance.
If you take off, like I say for the Celtics, you could take off what Brown or Walker. They wouldn't be the same either.
They still have a chance though because they have depth.
Who?
The Sixers have depth.
Who?
Sixers?
They still got Marcus Smart. They got options over there.
Did you say
about
Gordon?
Boston?
Did you say Gordon Hayward?
Hayward's out for 4 weeks.
Oh.
I'm about to tell you how. That's why I'm looking at you. How? And he been a bust since he been to the Celtics, man. Since he broke his foot. He ain't been shit since he broke his foot.
They still more effective.
I won't lie. Gordon Hayward, he was starting to find himself. but I don't know.
But we gonna go to the next series in here. It's the Raptors handle their business against the Nets. So as Nasty said earlier in the show, the Raptors are looking like the best team in the East right now. No shots at the Bucks fan right here, but the Raptors, the Raptors, they looking like they're not missing a beat. So they're like Kawhi, no problem. So they're like business as usual. So thoughts on this game against the Nets?
It was what's supposed to happen. They went in there, they handled business. On to the next game. This series will be a sweep. They had a great game plan for Cassius LeVert defensively. They made everybody had to step up, and they showed limitations, and it helped. So this series over in 3. Bucks going to. I mean, I'm sorry. I want
I
the
didn't
Bucks.
say 3. You going back to
Raptors 3.
that boy going back to the early 2000s with the 3-game, the 5-game series.
It's over with, man. They shouldn't even.
I disagree. You said they came in and handled business. Them boys went up 30 and almost blew the lead. They definitely let up in the second half. I know it's hard to maintain a 30-point lead on somebody, but Cassius LeVert's a problem. He's a problem. And that game should not have been that close with no KD, no Kyrie, no Dinwiddie, no DeAndre Jordan. That game shouldn't have been even close. So it should be a sweep, but I disagree when you say they came in, they did their thing, they handled business. Like, that game was way too close at the end.
I mean, but like you said, if you got a 30-point lead, it's natural reaction to go ahead and take your foot off the gas when like the job is already done. But see, this is why I say they handle business, because even after they did that, they gathered themselves, they stepped up, and they did what they needed to do to make sure they finished the game off. So I guarantee in the next game won't be no let up. They're gonna finish it start to finish. It's not gonna be a
I'm gonna
close
say, but this Nets team, they know how to fight. As you see in the Portland game, they ain't had to do anything because they was already in, but they know how to fight. They got some dog in them. So to say the Raptors went up 30 on a team like that, bro, that is handling business, because Cassius LeVert is a problem. He's a problem. He's a big problem. And imagine next year, they better jump on the Nets now, because next year they're getting their 2 big dogs back, or 3 if you count DeAndre Jordan really rebounding. Everybody have a squad in Brooklyn. And don't forget Spencer Dinwiddie coming back too. So everybody have a squad. So if the Bucks want to win a championship, this is the year to do it.
Just wait till we get Bradley Beal next year.
So
because them Nets are gonna be a problem.
they getting all these players back, right? So what's supposed to happen to the young studs that's carrying them right now? Because when Kyrie, KD come back, you know they're gonna dominate the ball. What Cassius LeVert?
They're gonna trade them. They're gonna
Okay,
trade them. All these players right now, they're playing hard for a roster spot next year. That's what it's coming down to.
I like Cassius LeVert game so much. I hope they trade him to the Knicks.
No, I'm just saying, listen, they can have a bench squad like the quote-unquote Clippers have. Some of them boys come off the bench. You know KD not going to play all the games. You know Kyrie going to have some type of shoulder injury or something like that coming up. You know, so they got boys who can step in and say, Kyrie, no problem. So, I'm just saying, Cassius LeVert with Kevin Durant, man, that's going to be a problem, bro.
But I mean, on one hand, I would hope that would work. But you got 2 ball dominant players coming back. Kevin Durant needs the ball in his hand. Kyrie definitely needs the ball in his hand. Cassius LeVert has shown he can be a star. So I don't see him falling back to that third option, only getting 10, 15 shots a game, and that unity and the cohesion they got right now still being there next season. So somebody's going to have to be there, whether it's him, Dinwiddie, whatever his name is, or Joe Harris, or somebody's going to have to move when those guys come back. Because there's no way they're going. There's only one ball. There's only one.
I'm gonna say probably Dinwiddie gonna be the one to move.
Yeah, because he's the oldest.
The thing is, they just extended Dinwiddie.
Damn.
They re-signed him during the season.
Might be Harris be the only one to move. They're not moving
Yeah,
Levert.
Joe Harris is a free agent after this year.
Yeah, he might go. But they're not
He gonna
moving
go.
Levert,
He gonna
Durant,
go somewhere
Irving.
and be a nobody. He gonna
But
be
Joe
like that.
Harris,
He gonna be that pickup. Like when we picked up Dellavedova and we gave him 4 years, $40 million. That's what Joe Harris is gonna be.
yeah, but see, Joe Harris would be the one to fit in the best with him because he's just a spot up shooter. So he can be that escape outlet for him once Kevin Durant or Kyrie don't have the shot they're looking for. I like his fit better.
Kevin Durant has a shot. He don't.
I'm not
That's
saying,
the one that don't
hey,
need.
we know KD got a shot, but I'm saying they need guys.
He can be the spot up shooter.
Yeah, they need spot up shooting around, and that's what Joe Harris is. So I mean,
I'm
don't get
saying,
me
but Kevin Durant could be a spot up shooter, no?
So you
I'm saying he don't. He gotta. I say he gotta work his way back from Achilles injury. So what's the last thing that go on a basketball player? It's shot. Yeah, look, till you get back, look, spot up shoot, KD. Who would you rather have spot up shoot?
I could see that being a possibility for sure.
I said, who you rather have spot up shooting, Joe Harris or KD?
Huh?
Who you rather have spot up shooting, KD or Joe Harris?
Joe Harris.
So you saying Joe Harris got a better shot than KD?
As a spot up shooter, yes.
Man, I seen KD spot up shoot with y'all last year.
I seen Joe Harris beat Steph and Clay in the 3-point contest.
Yeah, that is true. Durant has never entered the 3-point contest, so we would know.
Hey, I'm just saying. I seen Joe Harris beat two of the best shooters ever.
So was Jason Capono back in the day for the Raptors, but I would have picked him over KD. Just saying.
Hey, bro, KD is not coming back to be a spot up shooter. That's the case he be playing right now.
But I'm just saying the Nets are going to be a big problem next year. It should be.
I agree with that.
Talk about damn super team without looking, the damn super team. Because nobody thought the Nets would be in the playoffs without them two players.
The Nets will be the 3 seed in the East next year.
You hope. You hope.
They'll be the 3 seed. Nah, rather than be the 2nd seed.
Who here's the hoping? But they had one more game last night that had controversy. But we're gonna talk about the Claw squad was too much for Luka. And the controversy I was talking about was Porzingis got ejected. Was it justified? Was it pussified? Was it just the NBA just got it wrong?
Well, I'm gonna say it this way: the first technical was weak, shouldn't have been called. That's the only thing that wasn't justified in the game. That should not have been taken no way, shape, or form. But the tech he got for the pushing, I totally understood that. You know what I'm saying? But they should have never called that first push a technical foul. They should have never said nothing. Because he once he made his emotional moment, it was over. He didn't keep it. He ain't yell in the face. He ain't curse you out. He ain't did nothing. He just said it was a bad call. He let it go. Shouldn't have been a check. But I want to say I was glad to see how Luka Doncic rebounded after the terrible start he got to begin that game. I was happy to see that he did not fold in that moment because a lot of people were just laid down. Luckily, it's not my night. I ain't gonna try, but he kept going, picked the game up, turned it around. Even going against two of the best perimeter defenders in the game, he still showed up. So the young dude got a good future. You know what I'm saying? And they gave the Clippers all they can handle on top of that. So this series is looking up from there. I think this is actually going to be a close series right here.
What you think, Brandon?
I mean, I agree with everything he said on the fouls, or the text at least, because the first one, it was a clear block. And honestly, they should have challenged it. I'm curious to know if they would have challenged it and it would have gotten overturned, would they have taken away his tech?
Nah, they would have taken it away.
But they did have like the head ref come on and explain, and they said that all players aren't supposed to get a tech if they throw the punch in the air for the for like when they disagree. However, one of the analysts that was on there, he did say he was like, "Well, that's not called in every game, so why is there not
This is a
consistency?"
playoff game.
Yeah,
You gotta let
so
that go.
I
But
agree. I agree. It was some whole shit, but I
pretty
mean,
much.
by the technicalities, it was the right call. But like, as just a fan watching the game, like he should have never been thrown out just for that, and it was the wrong call in the first place.
I do blame Porzingis. He let what I don't know which one it was, Marcus or Markeith. I get them mixed up, but I think that was Markeith. I think. Oh, that's Marcus that played for the Clippers. One of them damn Morris twins ain't shit. So why are you letting an ain't shit player get you ejected? That's the only thing I blame Porzingis for. I'm like, you know what? Let him one of the Morris twins get a technical, not you. Let him push Luka. You don't have to come in there. You gotta understand, you are the star of your team. And back in the day, they used to always have a goon come in just to get the star player out the game. I'm sorry, you cannot in that position, knowing you got one tech. You got one tech. Let somebody else off your team come do it. Let Finney Smith come push him. Let Steph Curry brother come push him or something, man. I don't know. Let one of them people come push him. Don't you come now, Porzingis, though I love the goonery. I love that he shows some fire, but it's just the point of the game. You got to know they need you down the stretch. Yes, Nasty. Come
I
on.
know I damn sure don't know. I hear you saying this shit out of all people. So what you trying to tell me is let's put this in a perspective that you understand. So if we in a tournament, somebody push me down, you ain't coming in the crowd.
We don't have technical fouls, sir.
That's not what I asked.
I know if I already have one technical, y'all gonna need me on the floor.
So what you telling me is somebody push me, you ain't coming in the crowd.
You probably gonna knock the person out before I get there. Number one. we not
coming though. Point. You still coming. I don't fault him for showing up for his teammate and protecting his teammate, but at the same time, that first technical shouldn't have been a tech.
I'm just saying because you know you already had that bullshit technical. And they need
all
you.
All I want to say is this is funny coming from a Pistons fan.
Yeah, I know, right?
Knowing what the bad boys were doing for years.
Yeah, but back in the day, that would have been a technical foul back in the day.
Don't stand up for your teammate. Don't stand up for your teammate. Just break his neck. Like, come on.
I'm just saying, back in the day, they didn't call that a technical foul. That would have been a technical foul back in the day. That's a regular foul back in the day. That little pushing and shoving, that was nothing back in the day.
Hey, bro,
I had Larry Bird throwing basketballs.
Man, Larry Bird was throwing haymakers. He was throwing haymakers at Lambert. But back in the day, that still was a regular common foul. That wasn't a technical foul. So you got to know that it's just you and Luka, basically. You and Luka going against the Clippers. And you know you don't have a reputation as a tough guy, Porzingis. You don't have a reputation as a tough guy. Let one of your tough guys do it. You know you got a goon somewhere on the game. Okay, next time Marcus Morris or Marquise Morris touch the ball, punch him in the face. The one who ain't getting no minutes. I was down for that. Punch him in the face.
That sounds like
that sounds like some Saint shit. Some Bounty Gate.
Hey, call it what you want. It's effective. We got a Super Bowl out of that, didn't we? It's effective.
That's how you win chips.
It's effective. It's very effective. Punch somebody in the face. Look, sliding that money under the table. I'm gonna pay you fine. Every time Marcus Morris or whatever the Morris twins would touch the ball to punch him in the face, I'd have took all 5 fouls out of if I was a bench player. Because that 6th one, I was gonna get ejected for a couple games. So I'm just saying, I don't want my star player Coin blows, but one of my goons, one of my G leaguers, hey man, we'll pay that fine for you. Mark Cuban got deep pockets. Sneak, just punch him in the face. One good time. Or, Kawhi get the ball. Kawhi come down the field. Undercut to Kawhi. There you go.
I don't see Zaza. I don't see Zaza on the Mavs right now.
Man, that's my point. You gonna get a goon. You need a goon like Zaza to do that.
That was not intentional, man. Zaza didn't do that on purpose.
Yes, he
Zaza
did.
did that shit on purpose.
Them boys were getting worked. They were getting waxed off the court. They were down 25 at halftime. KD was on the bench like, damn, did I make the right choice leaving the Thunder?
Hey, bro, Zaza was just closing out on the play and just happened to.
No, here come the Warrior fan.
He big and uncoordinated, man. He don't have that kind of precision to just stick his foot right where it need to be.
Hold on. You know Zaza used to play for the Bucks, right?
And he played for the Pistons.
Type of player is. I know the type of player he is.
He played for all three of our teams.
Zaza was that type of dude where he would do anything to get under your skin. He was like a Bill Laimbeer, but not as aggressive.
And he didn't have a shot like Bill Laimbeer.
I meant the part where he's just a pest.
I'm just saying. So we're gonna put it in your way. Nasty. You are Kawhi Leonard. And somebody takes 1, 2, 3 steps under you while you shooting. Are you gonna say it's a good closeout? The man did the cha-cha slide. Get to Kawhi Leonard, man.
Ask somebody else, because now you have me have flashbacks when I broke my foot. No, nah.
See, that's not a good closeout
at all. Hey, bro, but as a Warriors fan, I have to defend my player and say it wasn't intentional. It wasn't intentional that one time. One time.
That 1 yard championship.
He did his job to get us a ring. That one time wasn't intentional. That's all I was saying.
So see what I mean, Dallas fans? Look, go find your goon, and when Kawhi go for the shot, cha-cha slide underneath him again. and get your championship. That's what Nasty said. I think Zaza's still available.
That's messed up.
So we gonna switch to basketball since he want to say it's not intentional. So what y'all think about Alex Smith and his comeback story? He was cleared to go back to football related activities. What y'all think about Alex Smith after the Redskins football team did him wrong? I mean, Washington football team, I'm sorry, did him wrong.
I don't think they did him wrong.
Shoot, you must didn't hear our thing about how he got hurt. So this is a rewind. We did a story on the Redskins side piece story. The coach got bad at the starting running back at the time, Kyrie Bibbs. And the coach benched him, who was the best he's the best back they had at blitz protection. So he put a relatively known person in there to start, and that's when Alex Smith got hurt. That's the game he got hurt. So you lost your starting quarterback over your side piece because she was smashing the running back. So Washington.
I remember that. But, I mean, that could happen any down. Like, Chris Thompson could be in there in the backfield and the quarterback could get sacked. I mean, but those traumatic injuries are a common theme for Washington quarterbacks. So,
I mean, you just need to go to Washington and be a quarterback.
Yeah. Every time I see the blind, every time I see the blind side, I cringe. When they show that Joe Theismann highlight at the beginning.
Robert Griffin III. Yep. Now Alex Smith.
Now, I blame the coaching staff for RG3 because he was already hurt and they put him back in there. If you change the running back, I mean, I can't be mad because that could have been a third down back. That could have been, anybody could have been in there.
But the reason you changed the back is the messed up part.
Yeah, the reason was on small childish shit, man. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm just glad to see Alex Smith back on the field. I want him to always know we got a Tennessee jersey waiting on him if he's ready. You know what I'm saying? We know Washington ain't gonna treat him right, and I don't want 68 at all. You can take 68 and send him.
That's a change.
I take Alex Smith any day. Fuck 68. You know what I'm
But
saying?
y'all don't know why he Ryan Tannehill number 68. He's the 68th best player in the NFL according to the club.
I don't know who the fuck was lying to them, but anyway, yeah, fuck. Give me Alex Smith any day, man.
Yeah, I know you would say that. But would Brandon take Alex Smith since since the 49ers took Alex Smith over, Aaron Rodgers?
I'm very happy with the 49ers pick of Alex Smith instead of Aaron Rodgers. That worked out very well for us.
So you said Alex Smith wasn't better than Aaron Rodgers?
Look at his hand. Hey, they both got fucked up legs, but one of them got a better hand.
One got that better hand than one little piece of jewelry, huh? Titans fans would know about their jewelry. It's all right.
Man, shut up.
Kevin Dyson.
But I'm happy for Alex. But we got one more topic today, and this is gonna be fun. We're going in the world of boxing, and we're gonna call this a nasty take, because if anybody knows nasty, he cannot stand Canelo Alvarez. So here's your time to talk on Canelo Alvarez. Floor is yours, sir.
Man, look, you know what? I told you earlier, I really didn't want to do this, man, but I really had the dumbest possible debate ever with a so-called boxer telling me that Canelo Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather were on the same level as far as career. And let's talk about the reason this topic even came up today. It was announced by the WBC that Canelo Alvarez is getting a shot at the 168 WBC championship against some dude named Avni. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he's a nobody. Nobody's never heard of him.
Some nobody, got you.
Never heard of him, right? So I put the post up because I'm a boxing fan, and as a boxing fan, I'm tired of these dudes getting passes and credit without having to put the work in. Everybody quick to say Floyd Mayweather didn't put in work, but they clearly don't remember the pretty boy Floyd days when he fought any and everybody on the way up before he got to the position of picking his fight when he got the belt. So Canelo Alvarez has never, ever beat a true champion at no weight division he's ever been at. When he was at 154, he got his first title at 154. Now, the champions when he was there was Demetrius Andrade, both Charlo brothers, and Erislandy Lara. Oscar De La Hoya got Demetrius Andrade stripped because nobody wanted to give Demetrius Andrade a fight, period, because of who he was signed with. So as soon as Demetrius Andrade got stripped, Canelo Alvarez brought up a fighter from 147 to fight him at 154 for the title. That's how he got his first title. Then he goes up to 160. We're going to skip all the ass whoopings, when Floyd whipped his ass and, because he's supposed to be fighting them to take over boxing and got his ass whipped. We're going to skip over that part. And we're going to skip over the decision against Erislandy Lara when he didn't want to fight him at 154 for the titles. He wanted to fight him at Canelo. Yeah, we go. No, but he didn't fight him at 154, so it wasn't a title fight.
But in my book, Canelo lost that fight too.
Yeah, but he got his ass whipped. But the dude constantly gets credit for beating nobodies. He beat Rocky Smith for a title. Has anybody even heard? I'm sorry, I'm lying. Dude's name is Rocky Fielding. Never heard of him. But you give him passes and excuses for not fighting the top guys, but saying he's the best fighter in the game. How? When is he going to prove he's the top
cheated
fighter?
Triple G a few times.
Okay, prime example. He fought Triple G. Why? I'm open the floor. Why did he fight Triple G when he fought him? Oh, you have it. Okay.
Triple G looked bad in the 5 fights before the Canelo fight, which is why Canelo fought him. Canelo didn't want to fight him. No time when Triple G was coming up, knocking everybody the fuck out. He didn't want to fight it. He waited till Triple G looked bad against Kell Brook before he knocked Kell Brook out. He looked terrible against Danny Jacobs. He looked terrible against Derevchenko. So once Canelo started seeing that Triple G was slowing down, that's when he finally decided he wanted to fight Triple G.
He lost the first.
He lost the first fight. But they gave him a draw.
They gave him a draw.
Well, you already know they wasn't going to let it go down a second time. Canelo got to get the decision. So if Triple G didn't knock him out, there was no way he was going to get the decision in the second fight. And that's cool. But you're not about to tell me he's the best fighter in the game when he has not fought one top competitor or one true champion on his way up. And he's not old yet. So he has no excuse. You have not fought none of the Charlo twins, not Demetrius Andrade. You fought Danny Jacobs after the fact, but Danny Jacobs don't even want to fucking fight no more. He's just happy to get a check. When is he going to fight somebody serious? If he really wanted that WBC title, why didn't he
Tell them
fight?
how you really feel.
David Benavidez did not have a competitor. He just fought this dude just to stay active. You could have fought him for the belt this time. You ain't got no competitor. You ain't got no fight, Canelo. Why you didn't fight? You really wanted to fight at 168? Why not fight Caleb Plant? He's the best in the division right now. When is the world going to make Canelo step up and fight some real competitors? That's really what it boils down to me. You're not going to tell me this dude is the best and he ain't fighting no fucking body. Like, you got to fight somebody. Just one time.
You seem like you heated about this one. Like you're heated.
Bruh. I'm just asking for him to fight one prime fighter. Then I won't say nothing else about sentiment again in life. But don't tell me he the fucking best when he's out refusing to fight. There's no fucking way you're gonna tell me this shit.
And then, just like that.
Is the business not right? So you mean to fucking tell me you gonna make money fighting Avni, but you're not gonna make no money fighting motherfuckers with a name? Man, stop it with the excuses, man. They gotta hold Canelo feet to the fire. If you claim you the best, you claim you the top draw, you gotta fucking prove it. You gotta fight somebody with a name. And I ain't got nothing else to say on it, bro.
I gotta fight Mike Tyson.
He'll fight Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson down to 60. He'll fight Mike. He ain't gonna fight no young line. He's scared of him.
Shout outs. Woo! Damn, my ears are burning. Lord, woo!
Oh, all right. Positive note, man. First I want to send a shout out to the team I went to Mississippi, Raw Reloaded, man. I appreciate y'all letting me come play with y'all. For those you don't know, I would have had the ring on. We went out and won the Mississippi State Championship for softball, E-bracket. You know, that's what we did Saturday. So I'm gonna shout y'all fellas out, man. I had fun with y'all, and it's always fun when you win it. You hear me? That's my shout out for the day.
You were sitting on the bench?
Of course not.
He got on the bench.
He was playing left out.
They had me playing left field so much I forgot I was old. I had to remind him I ain't that young no more to be running all these balls down there.
That's right, Brandon. Shout out to you, man.
Nah, just the same as last week. Just shout out to both of y'all for having me. Come on here and help y'all out and be a part of this.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Shout out to those Magic. They fought hard today.
Bang bang, boy, you better.
You know what? On Friday when we get back on here, we're gonna have a dub under our belt, and it's gonna be a different combo.
Definitely.
I'm like, oh, dang, y'all just dropped 57 like Donnie.
So shout out to J Luck for dropping in, even though he didn't know about sports today. He dropped in, but check out his IG. He's a singer, so check out his IG. I just thank him for supporting the show. You know, he always liking and commenting and stuff. So I appreciate him dropping in, and I appreciate anybody else who was watching, man. But man, y'all go ahead and enjoy your day. I know you said you have a game today, E. Enjoy it from the bench, being the manager.
Oh no! I'm listening to citizens today. I'm playing catcher. They can run all they want.
You playing catcher?
Oh yeah.
You too old to play catcher.
Oh no!
Them knees done.
You gotta get down to play catcher. That's why I'm playing it.
But y'all be easy, fellas. until Friday. We're gonna do this Friday around the same time. That's good for y'all fellas.
I'm good whenever Friday, man. So it is whatever.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna do it about the same time Friday. Y'all be easy, fellas. Hopefully the Bucks will bring a win so Brandon will be happier on Friday. So it's your boy
Let's do
Mo
it.
Young. I'll holla at y'all later. Peace.
Yeah.